So, what rank is this?
This is Plat 3. I think in this game specifically, it was like anywhere from Plat 2 to Diamond 2.
Okay,
So high Plat, low Diamond.
cool. Um, you Jet main?
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you op?
always looking Jet. Yeah, a little bit of both. Just depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm not hitting my rifle shots,
Okay.
I'll op, or if I just feel like opping.
Okay. Do you remember what you do this game? Do you op or your rifle?
A little bit of both.
Okay,
A
that's
little
fine.
bit of both.
Now, before we start, what do you think is your biggest area that you need to improve on, or what do you think is holding you back from not being able to climb?
Definitely, I would say probably game sense, just decision making,
Uh huh.
and
Okay.
honestly, probably that. I think that's it, honestly, because I know my aim's fine. I'm not worried about my aim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Usually, aim. Okay, people over focus on aim, and
yeah.
they just sit in aim labs and they only train
Hmm.
aim all day. So usually, everyone's aim is like pretty good. Especially
Yeah.
even like in gold, plat,
Oh yeah,
silver,
yeah.
you'll see these
Definitely.
people like aim,
Hitting
but
crazy shots,
they
yeah.
just do the stupidest things
Hmm.
ever. And that
Exactly. And yeah, and I don't know exactly what I'm missing.
yeah,
So I'm just
we'll
hoping
see.
maybe, you could see some stuff that I'm not, maybe.
Cool. Yeah, let's see.
Twin girl, you're not faster than me.
It's funny because this was the first game that I recorded. It was right after I had messaged you, and this was actually like the perfect game because it was really close. Like it
Really?
was a
That's
really close
good.
game. Yeah, I was like, all right, well, one take.
All right. Let's see. So, what do you usually buy on pistol round?
It depends on the map and if I'm
Where you
on
play?
defense or attack. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Where do we typically like to play here on defense on Ascent?
Honestly, I don't usually like playing market. Usually I play A.
Okay.
But I just saw that everybody was kind of setting up, so I just kind of filled.
Okay. Um, I'm a ginormous fan of Armor Classic on every single agent, but that's just biased. Has
Mhm.
it's just I'm just saying it for conversation. I think this buy is fine.
Gotcha.
Now, I see the sheriff buy. I'll never agree with it. I'll
Yeah.
never ever agree with it from anyone because, um, sure, yeah, one shot headshot is nice, right? But
Hmm.
it's pretty difficult to hit those. Like it's such a gamble. That's what it is. It's just like a
Yeah.
huge gamble. It can obviously
Hmm.
be good, but I think the safest route is either Ghost or Armor Classic, right? Because
Right.
um, you, yeah, it's can't call it bad because pros do it. Can't
Hmm.
call it good because it goes bad a lot of the times.
Yeah, it's definitely a gamble.
Couple A.
Nothing
Nothing
big.
This is fine.
Nice.
We still have our dash, so we can probably do a peek out here with Reyna, right?
Hmm.
Because she's watching the smoke and she's out peeking with her. So,
Right.
and you already have two people over here. So
Right.
if I were you, I would just be peeking with the Reyna to try and like either trade a frag or just like um, just watch the smoke together with her instead of congesting the
Uh-huh.
small doorway. And
Gotcha.
especially because we have dash up and she has dismiss. Like you
Hmm.
guys are relatively safe up here, even if all in like worst case scenario they flash and all five people push through the smoke.
Hmm.
You have dash, and if she doesn't kill anyone, then she might be dead. But you have dash, and that's good enough for you. So instead of going like a 1-3 split here, I would definitely stay 2-2.
2-2.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I picked up cat here. I think that was
Okay.
why, because I saw they weren't watching cat.
Yeah, and this is fine too, but in a better scenario, you go 2-2, and you tell one of them, watch
Let them
cat.
know.
Could be cat,
Gotcha.
right?
Okay. Gotcha.
Reloading.
Sounds like they might rotate off. They got mid maybe.
Okay, so at this point, you get the call. They might be rotating off, and it's
Hmm.
pretty obvious that there's a huge possibility because they call the A rush. Now
Yeah.
a bunch of footsteps. But if they were truly rushing A, they would be out here by now, while you're like here or something, like rotating, right? So at this point, you want to retake the map control to make sure that they can't do this and they can't do this. So Sova needs to go back here, and you need to go back market very quickly.
Okay.
And Cat, this is up to them. So
One of you
we do this, and this is an obvious one, but I still have to talk about it. And you see that Sova didn't go back B, so you take it upon yourself, and this is fine. But it's just a little weird that it should be Sova go back to B, you go back to mid, because that's just the most efficient path, right? Because for you to go back B, you had to run all the way through here instead of him going back there. But
Yeah.
no, you can't control your teammates.
Right.
Okay, so this is fine. You hear B, you make the call. This is good.
On B?
A lot. They're not all yet. There's 3 in the main.
Okay, so now we have the decision. After we
On
make
B?
this contact with the enemy right here, we make the decision to A, Alamo, defend the bomb site with your life, get as many as you can, and die, or dash into CT, or like smoke dash into CT, retake as 5. Right? On pistol rounds, you're not equipped to deal with a rush as well as you are with a rifle. Because you can't spray them down, right?
Right.
You have to be a god and hit all their heads like aim labs or something, right?
Right.
So, and this is probably going to be smoked off. Reyna, not really big helpful to you. Sova's not going to be helpful at all. So this decision to, yeah, you like my little posture check here? Here, I'll turn it off. It's important, man. It's important.
Yeah.
But, and your 2 teammates are still on A, so I don't think it's necessarily a wrong decision to try to do this, but I think it's riskier and a lower percent chance of success, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Like maybe a 30% chance it goes well for you.
Right. And would you say the same thing even on like gun round as well? Like say I have a Phantom full shield.
On gun round, I'd probably hold down the bomb site.
Right. Okay.
Right. Just because, like I said, you're able to get multiple people easier.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Makes sense.
But here, like, imagine you go to site, scenario plays out, you go to site, and all 5 of them run through highway or lane, right? Maybe you can get 1, right?
Right.
And if they have armor, that 1 is going to be a million times harder to get, right? All right, so let's just see what happens. So 1's already there.
I'm blind, you know? You're blind?
Yeah, I mean, this is just death, right?
Right.
Because we don't put ourselves in a position where our dash is useful, and we are obviously low HP, right? This is like these are what I'd be looking at right now.
Okay.
And maybe try and get back here and play a crossfire with my teammates. Right? And if they come into sight and they come back around, then I would go into boathouse to just play with my teammates to have some sort of crossfire. Right?
Okay.
And this right here, this fight right here between Jett, this is like, it's almost best case scenario that it's a 1v1, right?
1v1, yeah.
Because they're rushing 5 people into B, there should be 2 people shooting you here. Right? And pistol rounds are so 50-50, the aiming is difficult, and especially outnumbered, you're just screwed. At this point, you've lost the exchange, and you have to fight and play with your teammates. Maybe your teammates can trade off of you if you draw their attention, like that, you know, or something like that. But yeah, he's probably just going to re-peek you, maybe classic right-click. What?
Yeah, I just didn't clear his ankle. I don't know.
He just forgot. He just forgot about you. So great kill. We got ours. Now, whenever we get a kill, or whenever we have an oncoming stream of people, especially as Jett, we have this tool.
Right.
Because when killing 2 people is difficult, but killing one person and then the other person running through the smoke and then you killing them is a lot easier than just taking 2 gunfights, right? Nobody wants to run through smokes. So you want to put your enemies in the position where it's the least like enjoyable for them, the hardest they can. Because when they come out of the smoke, they have so many angles to check. But when this Reyna runs up, first he looks at this angle, then this angle, then this angle, and then the close angle, right? That's how you clear sight.
Right.
But if you smoke this and he runs out of the smoke, he has to look at everything at the same time. He's flustered. So you have, even at 30 HP, you might have the jump on him that you need to kill him.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
So at this point, to stop yourself from getting traded, you either dash or you smoke.
Okay.
Sometimes both.
30 seconds left. One enemy
40,
remaining.
40.
They can't hit you. You're a god. But that was a good round. But you see how like it could have played out a lot differently.
Yeah.
And here we see we win the round and we get 2 kills, so we don't think to self-analyze our gameplay, right? When in a higher rated lobby, this could have been just they swarm you, you die, now it's 5v4 and they have to play retake, right?
Right.
So just some options to think about. Now, force here, that's fine. This is also my opinion. This can be fine. But I think Spectre Heavy is better than this buy. Because if you die... So, right now you're at lower HP, right? You're missing 25 armor. So you're easier to kill. Now, if you die, you are giving them a win condition.
Yeah.
Right? Because if they pick this up, they're going to murder your teammates.
Right.
And especially if they force... I mean, if they force, you're in a little bit of a better spot because like you can play further range. Like if they all have stingers, then further range actually helps you.
Right.
But it's once again it's a gamble. You have to worry about where you're going to die and what position you're going to place yourself in that maybe they can pick up your gun. You don't want to make yourself easy to kill. Right. So this is the only thing, but in my opinion, Spectre Heavy Shields full utility is just much stronger and a safer thing because you can mow down a whole team with a Spectre just the same as you can with a Phantom. And if they do kill you, them having one Spectre isn't going to be as detrimental as them having a Phantom.
Right.
Right, because look at your teammates. Right. I like this. I like selling it and doing this, but Stinger, Spectre, all these, like one Phantom outranges all of these and can actually win the round. So, but it's good that we swapped. Please buy armor. I beg you. I beg you. Please buy the armor. That is I don't even care if you don't buy anything else. Just the armor is the most important thing.
I think the reason I didn't was because just to make sure I could buy next round. Do you think it would have been better just to buy armor
Absolutely.
regardless?
Because you don't want to play to lose.
Right.
You don't want to play the round as if you're going to lose it, right? Because with that mentality, you're almost never going to be forcing and you're never going to be full buying.
Right.
Right? Because on a full buy round, you're not thinking, oh, what if we lose this round, right? I won't buy next. Let me buy light here. And then you'll never have a strong buy. But maybe if you spend all of your money, that's going to be the difference between winning or losing the round.
Right.
So definitely you want to invest in yourself, invest into the round, and play to win. Play to win it. And, and when you lose the round, then you think from there. Right?
Okay.
This kind of buy mentality, the economic mentality, is suitable for half buy rounds. Right? How much can you spend to buy next?
Gotcha.
Where you're pretty much expecting to lose, but
Right.
here you can get one shot with a ghost, right?
Right.
And 80 damage in your head with the classic and one body shot and you're toast. Like,
Mhm.
against 5 pistol rushes... Nice.
Spike on B main.
Spike down B.
Blinding the back guys.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Good job.
And a bonus here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good bonus. You just calm to your team. You're going to bonus to have an op.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
right.
good.
Okay, I think I did op here a decent amount. Yeah.
Okay. So what guns do they have? They're full buying, right? Is their
Yeah.
gun
Right.
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 So now, and they have full armor.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean to our crosshair placement?
Gotcha. Going for
Right.
headshots.
Go for headshots. Right.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to just tickle the whole team and say everyone's lit and die.
Right.
we want to go for gold here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sure, it's harder, but it's worth trying for.
Yeah.
Now, if it was an eco round for them,
Mm-hmm.
right, then you aim for chest.
All right.
But on gun rounds, you aim for head. This
Okay.
is very Marshall specific, by the way.
Yeah. Gotcha.
See, so almost at the head level, right? I was a little high, but
Mhm.
if you shot right now, this is probably the difference between a kill or hitting them for 80 damage, right?
Right.
Or
Right.
whatever, how much
One of
it
them.
does. That was a close shot. Honestly, it looked like it hit. I want to see. Because sometimes you get that little indicator and it doesn't. Ah, that feels so bad. But
Yeah.
but you see, instead of flicking to head level, we want to
Just be on it. Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Okay.
And also, with the sniper, with the op, and the marshal, now, this isn't a 100% rule, but I used to main op in CSGO, and I even mained Jett op for a bit early on in Valorant. And
Mm-hmm.
when you take these angles, you want to ask yourself, are they going to shoulder peek this angle, or do they usually swing out far from these angles? Right?
Mhm.
There are angles that they do shoulder peek, and there are angles that they do wide swing. Like, probably opping this angle, they typically shoulder peek that to see, what's going on.
Mhm.
And they play it safe. They don't usually just swing out like this. Mid,
Right.
they typically swing out fast.
Right.
B main, they typically swing out fast. But it's not always, because sometimes they jiggle one tap pre-fire that corner and whatever.
Right.
But you always have to think about what's more commonly done. Whenever you're picking mid or doing stuff like this, you always think, what do people usually do here? Now, if they constantly swing out, you want to be a little bit further, right?
Mhm.
Like maybe like over here to give yourself some human reaction padding, right?
Right.
Because as we saw, she swings out. Let me see if I can pause it. We didn't even shoot yet.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Our brains can't process this fast. This
Gotcha.
angle I would be holding with the sniper is if I think that if I pick up patterns of them jiggle peeking, short peeking, shoulder peeking, all these little like close peak angles, right?
Right.
Or if I think they have an op, but they can't afford an op because it's their gun round, right?
Right.
On a third round, they won't be able to afford it unless they like do some crazy eco stuff. But usually they won't have an op here, so I would typically hold for the wide swing
Mm-hmm.
and flick to the close if they don't wide swing,
Right.
right? Just to make it easier for yourself.
Okay. Makes sense.
That was close,
Top mid, KJ top mid.
and
I mean.
it sucks we die there,
We can
but
do it.
Thought off. I got my recon dart.
They're out. Probably ending now with that recon.
Trade.
Spike.
The fight demands it.
Okay, so we lose. We get an op. It's fine to lose that round. It's just a bonus. And the purpose of bonus rounds isn't necessarily to win the round. It's to get as many kills as you can, right? So they can't buy next.
Right.
Someone take market or mid for me. I'm gonna hold B main. Try to get an early pick.
Okay, so you told them to switch with you, so you can hold this. This is a good angle, right? Because we don't need a headshot, and this is gonna be a one-shot kill anyway.
Or BB.
You gotta run. You have to run. You have to run.
Right.
That was super greedy.
Or BB.
Yeah,
this
it took
point,
a risk
you
for
run.
sure.
Exactly.
I just tried to get a pick and get out if I could.
Right.
But yeah,
Because
it's really risky.
this Reyna should have pre-fired you. Should have pre-fired that corner, and you should have been dead for sure. If there were better players in higher lobbies, you're dead here. You don't want to take this risk. You reposition. You wait for the dart to come out, and then you just hold a further angle. Right.
Okay.
And once again, no shot. We don't shoot, right? We shoot when our brain kicks in to make the connection, like, oh, we see a bad guy. Now I have to send to my fingers to click.
Right.
Right. So, again, against these noobs, diamond players, plat players, and even some immortal players, I found it easier to aim wider and flick to the closer angle.
Gotcha.
Because typically people just fly around the corner and everything. They just fly around the corner and they try and get a headshot. That's usually just what people do. It's not often you see quick little jiggle peeks until you get pretty high up there. And then when you do get high up there, then you can adjust accordingly. But from now, we just saw the two angles here and here. Now we know they've wide swung both of them. So let me take a mental note and adjust it for next time to hold a little wider angle.
Okay.
Right? Because it's really difficult to hit this timings because we're just humans, you know?
Right.
So this is fine. Just hold this again.
I control.
Right. I agree with this angle because this is a common shoulder peak angle.
Yeah.
Because they're like 8 AD to like clear logs here, then here, and then here. So typically they won't wide swing this. So here I will hold an angle like this, and this makes sense.
Okay.
So you can hold one.
So it's just, as an opper, you have to always think about the angles you're holding and what's the preferred movement for each to help you get these kills.
Okay.
That is unlucky.
Yeah, I tried to smoke out and just get a different angle once they smoke me off to try to delay it.
That is so unlucky, honestly.
They're out.
Oh, man.
Last player standing.
That was a nice spray.
107.
Let's see it.
Spike
Let's see
planted.
the clutch.
Be outside now.
Here's both
Yeah,
on
this
site.
guy and the Rhino were pretty good.
Okay, what do you think he should do in this situation?
I would say just try to get 1v1s if possible.
Absolutely.
Just trying to isolate.
Absolutely. Now, which side do you think is easier to get 1v1s?
Probably lane.
I agree.
Yeah.
One enemy.
Troll. Why on earth would he ever do this?
Yeah.
See? As the enemy
That's funny.
team, what should we be doing if you're on
Yeah,
site?
just holding angles.
Just hold angles, hold a crossfire, trade off each other. Right?
Remaining.
And honestly, if Sova loses this 1v1, whose fault is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be on Jett.
The Jett. But everyone's like, oops, sorry.
What?
They're like, Sova, wow, dude, come on,
Yeah,
man. But in reality, what was this guy doing?
Right.
So he lost the gamble, but that could have been bad for them.
Mm-hmm.
Nice try from the Cypher. How much money do we have, and what does everyone look like? Okay, everyone's dead broke.
Yeah. I think here I'd probably use knives.
Heavy shield knives.
Yeah, most likely.
I love it. Unless we want to op next round.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to op next round, we can buy down to 5,700.
Right. I might have done that actually. I might have just gotten full shield or actually yeah, no, I definitely didn't.
So there's a couple options here: light shields, knives, and hope we get a kill to get us that kill money. Because what if we buy light shields, we'd be at 55.50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would put me at 57.50, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and a kill is 200, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
Pretty sure.
we would doubt that's a gamble, but it's not a bad one. Light shields
You're right.
with knives. We just have to get one to make it so we can buy op next round if we want to do that. If
Right.
we heavy shields knives, then we're committing ourselves to rifling next.
Rifle. Right.
Yeah, and it's just something to think about if you're wanting to op or not.
Mm-hmm.
Silver's here.
Let's
Give
go.
me those back.
Push
That's
it up.
huge. You want to be a little careful. You're giving this.
Push it.
Let's see. You're giving this area not enough respect,
Okay. Gotcha.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, our crosshair is not ready for it, and we're typically ready for these guys, but
Yeah.
we're not ready for this peak. We're
Right,
not giving
right.
it any respect. And is it possible for them to have an op?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Without even knowing their money. Why?
Because I had an op, right? Yeah.
You had an op, and you died with it pretty close by.
Right.
And they also knew you had an op. And I don't know if Sova picked it up or not, but these are things that we have to think about. So
Mhm.
it would be hard for a rifle to kill you in this tiny window while you're running across, but an opper,
Yeah.
he might be able to hit that shot. Right? So
Silver's
this
here.
kill is good,
Give me those back.
Push it up.
right? And so we're not even looking that way when we're like right here we're exposed, right?
Right.
I'm just nitpicking here, but
Mm-hmm. No, that's good.
you want to be cautious of everything. This is wild.
Yeah. That. Yeah, that was
Wild.
Push it.
Yeah, I think I was just going for a hit pick if I could, and then tried to dash back, but I got caught. In
Yeah.
the thing.
I mean, this like there's a million different scenarios where we could have made like easier, safer decisions, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Push
And
it.
typically, like yes, this is what we knew for sure, right?
Mhm.
But we don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in a vacuum, this is a good idea, right? Because we want to get this kill while he's stuck, and then maybe we can get out safely. But if multiple people start coming around this corner, this is the worst idea in the world, right?
Right.
So, and honestly, with knives, full set of knives, and heavy shields, we're a force to be reckoned with. We don't have to really just run out and die. We can win
Right.
this round if we play it well.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's kind of like a little do your best round, but as a Jett player, you have the opportunity to win these rounds for your team, right? So this is a little unlucky. I would have played it just a little bit more safe and played it like I would just play it like I had a rifle, right?
Right. Okay.
Get that gun.
Pick up a gun. Sound like it.
Okay, that was lucky. Buy a lotto ticket. Let's go. Look where we're at. A 1v1.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you played a little bit more safe and maybe gotten one more with your knives,
Mm-hmm.
do you think, right, maybe we could have won this round if we played a
Yeah,
little bit
for sure.
differently? Even though you got
Yeah.
yours, and that's good, but we possibly could have gotten more to
Right.
to do to get the round. Get it to half, peak. Oh no, he's sticking it. No,
Yeah, he's stuck it.
no, dude, no. The halfway is so good. You get it to half, you kill them, you finish it. The gamble to stick it is not worth it. It's not worth it. Sure, it can look good and seem like you're 5-head, but
It's risky.
it's too risky. Just get it halfway and look for the kill.
Mm-hmm.
Because very rarely are they gonna not peek
Allow
you.
it. Yeah.
They're gonna come out.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't, and they do it, but that's the sometimes. We don't want to play for the sometimes. We want to play for the probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
We don't care about the 20% of the time. We want to play for the 80% of the time.
Good attempt.
Because if we constantly play for the higher percentage plays, we'll be winning more.
Right.
Okay, so as a defensive player, we have to understand our own patterns. It's important to understand the enemy's patterns, but we have to also look inward. How many times have we peeked mid?
Right. Quite a few times.
Every single time. And we even died one time because of it. So
Yeah.
whoever swings, if this Jett swings top mid again, he's going to be extra ready for you. He was even ready for you
Right.
the first time because it's a common angle, but now he's going to be extra ready for you. And you
Yeah.
killed Omen last round, so they know you play mid aggressively. So you can be exploited here by getting double swung on, right? You do have dash, but
A lot beat.
we have to understand that we can't constantly do the same things and play into our own exploits, right? We don't want to
Gotcha.
get punished. We don't want
Right,
to
right.
touch the hot stove and then determine it's hot. We want to, before we touch it, realize it's hot and then do something different, right? It's like, oh, I played mid a little aggressive the last 4 rounds. Let me play it safe and like jump spot it once the whole round, right? Keep your
Right.
enemies guessing so they can't play around you.
You should run.
How do I go?
Because as you climb up in ranks, players become smarter and they become the gameplay becomes more exploitative. Like, oh,
Okay.
I know Killjoy sets up turrets here and Molly's here. We can easily shock dart it, or we can easily just like kill it or smoke off the turret and rush.
Right. Okay.
Every single person has habits that they do, and it's up to you to exploit them or not, or catch yourself before they exploit you.
Gotcha.
Right? And sorry, I keep harping on this, but in a black and
You're
white
good.
scenario, you don't want to push a main every single round, right? Because
Right.
the one round, it might work once, but then you keep doing it. Next
They're
time you
gonna-
try
yeah,
it,
they'll
there's a
hold,
full
right.
fucking team waiting for you with the firing squad, and then they kill
Right.
you. Now it's a 5v4, and now your team has to play at a disadvantage, and you might lose the round because it's a 5v4, and that's going to be on you.
Right.
Yeah, they're out.
Okay, so in this scenario, we don't care about stopping this. We can't do anything about this. We're smoked off. All we can do is make sure that there's no lurker. And maybe we can try and get a spam through smoke if you hear them press a button. But this is just, we play retake. Nothing crazy. But here I'm definitely looking, like, doing a quick check here to make sure there's no
I think I did at some point.
Okay.
I think coming up maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's lame.
This is fine. You don't have to do anything. Why don't you have to do anything?
I'm waiting for team for retake.
Exactly. This guy's here. Are these guys ready to push in?
Not yet.
Not ready. So,
Spike planted.
you see, now Omen's here,
Yeah.
right? And at this point, you would have been like, wait for me to break the door, then you guys attack at the same time like this,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, a little bit miscommunication here where we had like almost like 3 different waves of attack. Wave number 1, wave number 2 was you, and then Omen being wave number 3, when it should just be one wave of attack for
Gotcha.
retake, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we didn't look at mid once. Omen did.
Yeah.
Omen did clear it behind you, just really quick if we look at the minimap. But
Mm-hmm.
it's such a small angle that
It
if
could
they
be
were
anywhere,
here,
yeah.
here, or here. It's
Right.
while we're waiting for the retake, while we're waiting for our teammates to come in so we can retake together, let's make sure we're not dying to the back.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's possible. Unless
Right,
we know that all 5 are on B, but I don't think we do.
Right.
We can assume, but assuming will get us shot in the back sometimes because people lurk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this was not a coordinated attack, and we weren't ready to push together.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that retake went very poorly. And their initial take was good and justified because they used Killjoy ult and they had like a full-on execution. So you
Yeah.
have to respect it and play retake.
Mm-hmm.
Our money is in shambles.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think we're doing here?
I think I light bot here maybe.
Okay.
Maybe a deagle.
So there's 3 options, right?
Mm-hmm.
List them all.
Just save for an op. Just don't buy anything. Just
Okay. That's
don't
one.
buy anything at all.
That is one.
Could force
Mm-hmm.
or just like I said, buy a deagle, which I mean, knowing me, that's probably what I did is buy a deagle.
Okay. So those are the 3 options. But those 3 options are only good when everyone's on the same page.
Right.
If you are light buying for next with Heavy Shield's Deagle, these guys need to buy for next.
Mm-hmm.
If they are all forcing, you have to force.
Right.
Everyone has to be on the same page.
Okay.
Unless the exception is these 4 half buy, you full save for op next, right?
Right. Gotcha.
But if this is force, this is half buy, this is probably half buy, what are we doing?
Yeah. Well.
This is a trick question. This
Probably,
is a trick question.
Not sure, honestly.
You open your microphone and tell these guys to sell their shit.
Yeah, gotcha.
Right? You tell them not to do this. You either say, okay, guys, everyone half buy, and if you have stubborn teammates and they don't, then we all force.
Right.
To play around the stubborn teammates. You don't cause drama and you don't piss them off.
Right.
Because you can't change your teammates. You can only do your best to guide them in the right direction. If they don't want to listen, so be it. Force as a team and shoot your shot, right? Maybe you win the round.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But it's definitely better than these 2 forcing, these 3 saving.
Right. Okay.
Right? Makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a very difficult half and half decision like this, either option is correct. Just make sure everyone does one.
Right.
Don't be scared to make a wrong call because there is no wrong call as long as everyone does it.
Okay.
All right, and that goes with everything in Valorant. The strats, all these strats, could be good if everyone does it.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you rush B every single round. If all 5 of you are doing it, it's not going to be bad. right?
Mhm.
If everyone is on the same page, things happen. Apes strong together.
Let's go.
Wide swing, Reyna.
Okay, I like this. I do stuff like this all the time on these half by rounds.
One has a guardian.
Super gambly. This is walk, 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 walk. Okay, good.
One has a guardian. One has a
Okay,
guardian.
so yeah, it was cleared. That area was cleared. This is all cleared. This corner isn't, but I don't think they're there. So it's okay. The way you peek this is okay.
Okay.
But it usually, like, I tell people peek corners as if there's actually someone there.
Okay.
Right, because in a vacuum, let's say we don't know anything, and we want to peek left and right.
Mhm.
If they were left or right, your mouse movements did not matter.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill you, right?
Right.
And whenever you're clearing corners, always put it in the mindset of someone is there. Like, really convince yourself that someone is there, and then you'll start peeking corners differently and clearing them differently. But
Okay.
they already cleared this, so the lazy peeks are okay. But
Okay.
if you're like entry fragging, just think about you're attacking on bind and you're running into hookah,
Mhm.
right? You want to clear the left side of hookah as if someone is there,
Mhm.
and then you clear the right side of hookah as if someone is there.
Right.
Because how many times have you seen people just run in, flick their mouse around, and it's like, oh my god, he was actually there, right? And then he dies.
Yeah, that's happened to me more times than I like to
Exactly.
admit.
It's because
Yeah.
people don't clear corners to kill. They clear
Yeah.
corners to say they did.
Yeah, I've got a couple of clips where I do that and I actually flick back and one tap them. So it
That's-
does happen pretty frequently to me.
Yeah, but is that the 20% or is that
Yeah,
the
yeah,
80%,
for sure.
right?
Right. Makes sense.
It's okay, man.
No TP.
Okay, this is probably just going to be an A hit. They know you're here. Flanking is probably off the table, especially because they might have an alarm bot there. I like this. This is fine. Break the door.
Spike planted.
Woo! Okay. So whenever we, this is just a general rule of thumb, right? Whenever we're retaking sites or whenever we're doing anything, if there is a window, if there is a sage wall, if there is the door, and this could be on any map, right? If there's anything that blocks a certain path, break it, break it, break it, even if you don't
Okay.
go. Because
Okay.
if there is a sage
These
wall
options.
here, it has more options, and it's not
Right.
even for you. It's for the enemy to wonder.
Where's
Because
the
if there's
yeah.
sage wall there or a door up, they don't look there.
Mhm.
If you break it and create an opening, now they have to send one person to look that way or to
Right.
keep an eye on it. That means
Right,
there's
right.
less on the other way.
Mhm.
Exactly, right? So whenever you see a sage wall, even if you don't plan on going through there or doing it, you need to keep it in there. Scare them.
Right.
Make
Okay.
sure that option is open to them. Insane. We love that. This round is so winnable, it hurts. Okay?
Yeah.
Remember what I said about that early round? We
Mhm.
don't want a 3-1. We want to 2-2-1 unified attack.
Right.
And if that means for you to open your mic and say, okay, guys, go, 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 go.
Mhm.
Push. We're pushing now. Wait. Wait for us. Okay, push now.
Blocking sight.
Then so be it. Then do it.
Right.
Push with the omen. We're saying push. This is great. You guys are out heaven. You guys are out here. This is fine. I don't care what happens. This is okay.
Okay.
One gens, one out.
One enemy remaining.
Because look, what happens?
Yeah, I got the trades.
They get the trades because they're looking this way,
Mhm.
right?
Gen.
Now all they have to do is play together. Boom!
Mhm.
We love to see it.
Yep.
Grab easy.
And this can happen every time with better communication, better strategizing, better thinking, even with pugs. It doesn't have to be a pre-made. I shot
Mhm.
call like this in all my pugs, right? I
Yeah.
say, wait for us, wait for us. Okay,
Right.
push now, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Reload.
See? What happened there?
Here, send it over to
I think I was holding. Yeah, kind of a tight angle. Just, I had to drag. Yeah.
Exactly, right? So, now flicking this way might be easier, and it might be like deeper than this, and there's some
Mhm.
things that maybe I don't know. But
Mhm.
how many times this game already
Yeah,
have
they
we had to
swung
flick
hella.
to the right?
Yeah.
They
yeah.
just wide
Yeah.
swing everything, man.
Mhm.
So that's why, with my logic, I'll aim for the 80% of the time and flick to the 20,
Right.
even
Okay.
if I'm not comfortable with flicking to the left.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
Night night.
Good pick, good flick.
you. Oh, a lot A.
Repeaking this is a little greedy, and because what can happen here is, as an opper, right? So you get this pick while
Mhm.
you're cocking back your gun and reloading your bullet. Guy number 2 takes his spot,
Mhm.
but now he's holding the angle on you,
Right.
and he knows you're going to peek skinny because you have an op. Oppers don't
Right.
wide swing.
Mhm.
So this is actually dangerous, even though it doesn't seem like it. I will jiggle peek it, and then I'll go out and peek it. Right?
Gotcha.
Just to make sure I'm not walking into a trap.
Right.
Because not only
Okay.
could one person do it, 2 people could.
Right.
Right? Because imagine if it was a 3-2 split mid or something.
Mhm.
Then next time you peek, there's going to be 2 people waiting for you, and you might just walk into a trap. So jiggle peek, make sure it's clear, then hold the angle like this.
Oh, a lot A.
Gotcha.
2A.
Okay.
Pushing up now.
Because how bad would it have been for you if there was
Oh,
guy crouching right here
Right.
and a guy, or whatever, guy standing right here.
Mhm.
Now you're just dead.
Right.
So just do a
Okay.
quick jiggle. Do a quick jiggle to make sure that you're not getting traded. And then hold the angle again.
oh, a lot A.
Okay.
2A. Pushing up now. Getting orb right now.
And do you think that's a waste of a dash there? Because I know dash is like super important on Jett, but I really wanted to try to get to site quick to try to hold. So do you think that's a good move or a bad move there?
So if you can get here before they're out here,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good.
Okay.
But if you can't, it's bad. Because you
Right,
do
right.
not want to be peeking heaven when they're in this position. You
Okay.
do want to be peeking heaven when they're in this position.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. Now, and that's up to you to determine dynamically if you're able to or not.
Uh-huh.
Right? But most of the time, the dash is so busted on oppers that you really want to use it to save your life.
Right.
So, but it can work out. So, in this case, it did
It
work
worked
out.
out. Yeah.
So, it's good.
One down.
So, I don't think it's ever necessarily bad or good. I
Mhm.
just think that you have to make the decision.
Situational.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's why Valorant is there's never going to be a clear-cut answer for anything.
Right.
But
Right,
it's
right.
up to you to determine when it's good and when it's bad and when to utilize.
Okay.
Unlucky. Good.
One gen.
Spike down.
Okay, so
One gen.
Spike down.
I don't think shooting the dart here. I don't think it's worth it.
Spike down.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I just didn't want to get spammed through there.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair, but you have this good timing of them coming in.
Mhm.
Like no one's gonna be hell,
Right.
right? So you're not gonna get spam from there. And this spam, it's not as easy to kill you as the spam from hell. So
Gotcha.
I don't think you did anything wrong, but I think you did miss a kill with an op.
Okay.
Nowhere to run.
That's a bait. It's a bait. Yeah. Yeah. Greedy.
Player standing.
Yeah.
Because, so let's analyze the situation slower in hindsight.
Nowhere to run.
Okay, so he ults. We think, oh, okay, we know exactly where he's ulting.
Mhm.
Even if he continues to ult, where's the Jett?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can we make it to the Sova without dying?
Probably not.
Probably not. Right. To get to the Sova, we have to kill the Jett.
Mhm.
Can we kill the Jett and kill the Sova while he's ulting?
Yeah, possibly. Right.
It's possible, but not probable.
Right.
Right. So, and where's our teammate?
He's true.
Is he ready to push in?
No.
No. So with these factors in, I just stay alive.
Mhm. Gotcha.
You could have just died right here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what can you do if anyone's on your screen right now?
Right.
Player standing.
Yeah, and then it's a little too late to try to back out.
Exactly. And now, what's this?
Yeah, it's a 1v2 now.
We had Sova ult? Were we planning on Sova ulting the plant? If that's the case, why am I going in? Right?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Did he call it? Did he call
No,
it?
he
then?
didn't. He didn't.
Okay.
But you would have gotten it out of him if you said, "Let's push together." Then he would
Right.
have said, "Wait, let me ult." Right?
Good ult. Gotcha. Okay.
Exactly. So, it just
Spike planted.
and I think he did some damage to them.
Mhm.
One enemy remaining.
So now it's a 1v1, and it's going to be a close round, but we put him in that 1v1
Right.
to try and win that because
Mhm.
we didn't have the awareness of what's the best attack, right?
Mhm.
And if we were playing together or not.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
You got too greedy.
Why you didn't wait for my old Jett?
I was kind of in a weird spot.
Yeah. Wait, because he just said, "Why didn't you wait for my ult, Jett?"
Yeah. He called it out.
Yeah, but I wonder if he. Let me see if he called it out.
Nowhere to run.
No, he didn't call it out. So,
Yeah.
But like I said, you guys could have talked to each other just a little bit to formulate a game plan together,
Spike
Right.
planted.
and he would have easily said that he was gonna ult if you said anything about attacking the bomb site.
Mhm.
But yeah, okay. So our money. Here we are again. What is this? How do we fix this?
I think I did buy here, but the only reason I did was because I could buy next. Is that not a good idea? Even if
fine.
I can buy.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
But is it just you that we're worried about?
Yeah, there's Cypher as well. Well, actually,
Can
both.
he buy next?
Yeah, no.
Can he buy next?
Mm-mm.
He can't buy next either. Because look, we can see how much we have minimum next round, 4250.
Right.
And we're at 1850.
Uh-huh.
So at minus 500,
Yeah,
he'd
he
be
wouldn't
at 37?
37.50, yeah.
Right. So he can't.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to make sure that these guys can buy next.
Right.
Now, it also depends on the rounds and how much we have left in the half.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if you hold tab real quick.
Can you wait me?
Okay, so we have plenty of rounds, and we can save this, buy here, save, buy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If that like worst case scenario. So,
Right.
Definitely, I'm telling my teammates buy for next, buy for next, buy for next, because these will cost you rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of my way.
Oh no.
Okay, it's a little low
Come on,
crosshair wise.
Big, big,
It's
big.
not hitting any headshots.
Big, 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 big.
One enemy.
Nice, and this is the value of playing together.
Right.
Because if you write down on paper, okay, both of us are gonna play this corner and be main. Everyone's gonna think you're stupid, right?
Mhm.
But a stupid plan that everybody does is a decent one,
Right.
right? as long as people are playing together, it doesn't really matter what you do, as long as it's together.
Right.
So they won the round with that teamwork, and it worked out for them. Help him. Good trade, right? And you even teamworked with the Cypher. I would have.
Yeah, I was letting him ace before I peeked it.
Yeah, I am swinging that. I don't care about his ace. I'm swinging that and making sure, you know.
Yeah.
Exit to the spike site.
But yeah, that was good. Luckily, you guys pulled that round out of your ass because your money was in shambles.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they kind of stopped peeking
Sub B,
mid.
sub B. Don't rotate. Sub B.
It's actually louder.
I got my could be out. They smoked this market. We don't have anything. Just links. Much. I couldn't weld on these. Oh, they're unsafe. They're just trying to go paper around. Mid link.
So this is just a me thing. I never ADS, not once in my life, only with the Bulldog and Faraway Stinger and Faraway Spectre.
Gotcha.
ADSing, I hate it. Some pros do it, so it's obviously okay. This is just a me thing,
Mhm.
but
And yeah, I don't usually. It's pretty situational for me. Whenever
yeah,
I
for
do
sure.
it.
And most
Not-
people
not
are
fun.
like that. I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm just talking out loud because I
Gotcha.
think it slows down your fire rate, and if you burst properly anyway without ADS, then you don't need the help from ADSing.
Right. Okay.
That's how I see it. It's just a crutch,
One enemy
in my
remaining.
opinion.
Gotcha.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, so this is fine. Your Reyna's taking shots with them, so you're peeking with the Reyna. This is fine. He just hit a nasty shot on you.
Mhm.
Another boring round.
Come in, B.
I like this idea.
Can you smoke?
Blocking sight.
You should run.
Yeah, make sure you're not getting lurked on. Good. That's the only thing that sucks about knives.
Yeah. Can't break eye.
Sight yet?
And you can't wall bang.
I think I did it again here. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like this.
It worked
this
that
is,
time, but yeah, it's probably not the greatest idea.
Yeah, I mean,
Did he cancel it? Is that? I got other.
that's some super gamble. Because how much better is we wait for one unified attack as 5, right? To
Mhm.
try and like salvage the bomb site by doing some risky stuff, right?
Right.
It's okay if you give them the site when they spend resources to take the site, and you don't have the resources to clap back. Just
Mhm.
give it to them.
Right.
Don't overthink it, and just play retake. That's
Okay.
5. It's good that we're watching her back because we have nothing else to watch. Good dodge.
He's gonna late be main.
We have to do something. We have to push together here.
Back middle.
This is good. This is looking good. They have to push. You guys have to push.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah. Okay. So this hesitation, bad,
Mhm.
bad. Okay. When
Okay.
you're in this spot right here, even though it should be once again 2-2,
Mhm.
right? You have to get your teammates out of these choke points. Get out of here. Get out of here. You say push, because you want the scenario where they're either looking this way or you're looking this way. So someone shoots them in the back of the head. Someone.
Right.
And you don't want to like, okay, maybe Cypher pushes, but we're like hesitant here and we don't push, so they kill Cypher and then they all look lane. So
Gotcha.
you just have to scream push together, push, go, 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 go. You might just run in and die, but you running in and dying means Cypher shoots him in the back of the head.
Right. Okay.
Short.
One enemy remaining.
Right? You see like this hesitation. Finally, you're out. The fight's over.
Yeah.
So, what can you do?
I'm gonna go ahead.
Almost good. But do you see how strong these unified retakes can be?
Yeah,
when
definitely.
When we accidentally do it, they don't have to be accidents. They can be premeditated every single round.
Yeah.
There's nothing on B. I'm going
Okay, once again, we're holding a pretty tight angle. And I'm not saying, obviously, do one thing every single time, but play around with the idea of understanding enemy movement and if they're usually going to shoulder peek it or wide swing. Never do anything, like, never only do something. Make sense?
Yeah.
Spike planted.
Left and right. I think one's wine, one's.
Jenny, right side.
This is no. You have to keep holding that. You have to keep holding that. It's so good. Just, you have no reason not to keep holding this, right?
Yeah.
Patience will get you the kill here. And what are you gonna do with the op other than hold this?
Right. Yeah. I'm not
run
sure
into the
why I
site?
got off. Yeah.
Right? And
Jenny, right side.
just a little bit more patience, you get that omen.
Right. Yeah. That's true. Good point.
Your job as an opper to retake is to literally hold something. You can't run in with the op. This is why the op is bad for retakes. But
Yeah.
you can still do something.
One left and right.
Yeah, like that.
Player standing.
One is on Phil.
I mean, yeah, it's probably in the long term, you have to kill that thing there. So this is winnable. This is really good. You have to pick up the rifle.
Yeah.
Let's go. Dash behind Jett.
Oh,
Smoke and
listen
dash
to
behind
this
Jett.
pumps here. Yeah, listen to this. This round pissed me off.
Yeah.
What? Whoa! Don't we know exactly where he is? What?
Yeah, oh, that pissed me off. I was like, are you sure?
One sec. Let me
It's a
listen.
main, I think.
Wine.
Yeah, it's on
He's wine, you sure?
Yeah.
They called wine, and you
I know,
even
yeah.
asked, "Are you sure?" And they said yes. I
Yeah,
would be
that-
so tilted.
I was pretty upset, I'm not gonna lie. It
Oh
doesn't
my
help that the
God.
game,
Oh my
like,
God.
whenever we lost, like, the actual game, it was really close. So yeah, that round could have been the difference.
Bro.
And right.
Jenny, right side.
One left and
Wait.
right.
Last player standing.
One is on Phil.
One enemy remaining.
I missed
Wait.
that second smoke. Yeah, I don't know how he got there.
Wait a minute. What happened?
He's wine, you sure?
Yeah.
Dude, what is that timing? I actually understand 100% why they called wine.
Yeah.
One left and right.
Look at the arrow.
One wine.
Yeah,
So-
it came from main, and then
Last player
I don't know. I'm not sure what happened after
He
that.
had to been walking up.
Here he could have gone to Gens or something,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
One enemy remaining.
Like he could have been walking from Gens to. Oh wait, no, that was a.
Last player standing.
One is on Phil.
One enemy remaining.
Bro,
It's a main, I think.
Wine.
Yeah, it's
he had to have walked to Jen,
Yeah.
walked underneath you.
To hell, yeah.
Dude, that is so unlucky. Okay.
I'm gonna arrow on there.
So, curious idea with this sheriff. Let's see how you play it.
inside, he's inside, he's inside.
Does this make sense with the sheriff?
Probably not.
Right.
No. Probably be holding angles. Not
Right.
playing so aggressive.
Exactly, right. We do this with Frenzy, we do this with Armor Classic. Even
Mhm.
with a Ghost it could work. But
Mhm.
with the sheriff, I think you're putting yourself at a harder chance of winning.
Right.
Right.
Makes sense.
Wait. Upstairs, guys.
Nice kill.
We got sight.
Stairs.
I need help.
Upstairs.
We got sight.
Upstairs.
We got sight.
So yeah, I mean, you kind of did the reload but still hold an angle thing that lots of people do, and like when you reload, you really like. It seems so stupid for me to say this, but in basic, but like you want to be safe. You want to make sure you
Right.
can't die while reloading ever. Like hide behind a box, hug this wall to make it so it's like the widest angle they can if they do rush you.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
But we put ourselves in a position where they could do this to us because we reloaded unsafe.
Last player
Mhm.
So, and, like, it's a very basic thing, but sometimes it's really important to hammer in the basics.
Right. Okay.
I made a full save.
You never ever want to see a bad guy on your screen while you're reloading ever.
Mhm.
So you do everything in your power to make sure that doesn't happen, right? Always take the higher percentage play, even if it's boring, even if it's lame to do it, even if it's like this is how you climb. You always do safe things. You play for your life and stuff like that. So here,
Right.
I'm a little confused with what we bought.
Yeah, kinda.
Why did we buy here?
I think I just bought a couple util. I don't think I bought anything else. I think a full save. I think
Yeah, but
full util.
so we bought down
Yeah.
to 35.50 or 39.50.
Right. Just barely enough to be able to buy.
Yeah, but what does that mean in terms of our util? What was the purpose of buying util this round?
Yeah, to smoke off to use it. Yeah, so I really won't have it for next round.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense.
If you use it this round, we can't have it for our gun round. Which round is more important?
Yeah, the gun rounds. Okay.
Exactly. So we
Yeah,
want
that's
the
a good point. I've actually
right?
never thought about that because I always buy the same. I usually always do the same thing if that happens. Like that's a
But-
really good point.
If we do want to spend money, and I think spending money is okay here. If we want
Yeah.
to, but if we were to buy a pistol, buy a frenzy, buy a shorty, or buy a ghost,
Right.
because those can translate to kills and more money. Sure, the util can, but not as much as a better gun.
A gun. Right.
Right.
Okay.
So when you buy down to 3,900 buying util on these kinds of rounds, you're basically saying I'm not allowed to use them.
Yeah.
Right? So it doesn't
Gotcha.
make sense to use them because you want to be fully equipped for the gun round, which is more important.
Mhm. Okay.
Have no flash.
Like on these rounds, I usually buy a shorty or a frenzy,
Mhm.
or just rock out with my classic and try to right click someone in the head.
Yeah.
Here, like, you guys need to get out of here. Smoke,
Mhm.
smoke, dash. Far away fights, you guys aren't going to win. Maybe I'll
Right.
win with the sheriff, but you guys are smoked off. Your win
Right.
condition right now is pistol, right click in the head,
Mhm.
right? Even if you don't want to smoke because you don't want to waste money, dash behind the box.
Mhm.
Or dash behind Jen, where it's safe, right? And then play to your advantage, which is right click range.
Mhm.
Because what, you guys gonna sit around this choke point and be like, okay, we can't take A, we took too long? No,
Yeah.
you guys just gotta bum rush out. Good. Closer, get closer to them. Always hold W with the pistol,
Okay.
right? You want to get in their face. You want to swarm them. Because even if you don't kill them, the Omen is looking at you, turning his back to your teammates.
Right.
And you want to right click. That is your win condition with pistols. Get as close as you can to them and shoot them
Mhm.
in the head. And with classic, it's
Gotcha.
right click them.
20's on
Right.
the left mid.
Now we have the sight. We play close pan. We play close angles.
Still Jett.
Even
Mhm.
if they are A main, we don't want that fight.
Right. Okay.
Careful.
we want them to drop. We want them to play close. Because that's where our pistols are most effective.
Right.
With the ghosts, it changes a little bit, where far away is actually not too bad. But,
93 on 87 on KG.
Both having, right?
Last player standing.
yeah. So, your teammates got a little over-aggressive. They peeked when they shouldn't have. Your whole team died before they even jumped off. And, it's a little rough. But honestly, that was a good save round.
Yeah.
Now, we full buy. Sorry, this is going on for a little longer than I expected, but...
What, like the review, or?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's good, bro. I'm taking in a lot of information. I appreciate it.
Good. This is fine. I love this. If you see that your teammates are all looking at something and something is being unwatched, it doesn't matter what role you are, if you're the entry fragger, it's your job to make sure that your teammates don't get flanked. If you're the only one that notices it, right?
Yeah.
Or you open up your mic and say, "Yo, Cypher, can you watch B main push so I can, go out there? Like, I shouldn't be the one to be watching flank. Let me, swap with someone." But if that doesn't happen, you don't want to talk, or they don't listen, then you have to be the one to do this. And this is good. Very diligent, and you get rewarded for it. We love to see it every time. We love to see it. Very good. After getting that kill, I'd probably take the orb, because they know you're there now. There's probably not going to be 2 B main, and I think that orb is free, So,
One's in market
So,
right
Omen was top mid.
your orbs on Jett don't
Jett is
matter
on market,
as
Jett is
much,
on
but it's
market.
still, like...
It's free
Still,
orb, yeah.
it's free. It's something you can do, because you never know when you'll have knives for a save round, and it'll save you. Okay, so this is good. We entry. Yep.
No, I tried to smoke that, and no smokes.
168.
If they were in this corner to the left, you're dead. And this is what I mean by checking corners to kill instead of
Like
just saying you
committed?
did. Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
Because if he's here, then you're just dead.
Right.
Right. So if I went back in time and told you, hey, there's someone in this corner, how would you play this angle? A million times different, right? You would pre-aim headshot level and then peek that properly.
Right.
Right. This is why the pro players look so mechanical when they play. They look like, oh my god, how do you know I was there? They didn't.
Yeah.
They just peek. They just clear corners efficiently.
Gotcha.
And they peek. They check the corners to kill. Like, we're just looking at a bunch of stuff. We're not ready to kill anyone. We're just looking at it.
Right.
Now we're just like hoping that our
Arrow in 10 seconds.
flicks will do the work. Right? This is fine though, right here. I missed a kill. Great crosshair placement. Absolutely great. And you're rewarded for it.
One enemy remaining.
Good stuff. Okay. Very good. And like I said, in this particular angle where you're holding this angle is fine because we don't hear anything. So if they do come across this, they would be walking. So it's okay. If we hear footsteps,
wider.
a little bit wider.
Yeah.
Right? Just a little bit. But and another thing, it gets a little deeper because if you can avoid this by holding an off angle, like a little weirder angle where you're standing here.
Yeah.
And you can hold tight that wall, because even with them wide swinging, at the end of their wide swing is where they'll line up with your tight angle, because if you're holding an off angle. So it gets a lot deeper and stuff like that, but this is fine.
Okay.
Good. Run. Good. What the heck? This up is crazy. You never ulted darted Jett. For this exact reason.
Yeah. Hard to get hit.
Absolutely.
You saw his shoulder. You saw his shoulder?
Okay. Smoke. Smoking. Yeah, like you just want to chuck a smoke over there,
Okay.
right? Because like you're so worried about so many different angles.
Mhm.
How do we cut out some of those angles for us to make it easier, right? Smoke.
Right. You smoke. Okay.
Let's go.
And we have 3 loaded, so like, right?
Can you trade me?
Double smoke it. Nah.
Purple tree.
We ain't
I think
gotta-
the reason I did that was because I think maybe there's a I don't know actually. That's
Yeah,
probably no
right.
reason. Probably just didn't need to.
Give me, baby.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, you saved my ass, bro.
Take 3 ult. Take 3 ult.
Baby, baby.
Okay, so this is risky. It's aggressive, but it's good. I do stuff like this all the time. You don't need to take that fight anymore. That's not worth it.
Yeah, I think
I
I called
agree.
it out.
Yeah, perfect. We love it. Play with your teammates. Sova's 1 HP. This is losable if you die to him in a 1v1, but it's good that you're playing safe and backing off. So whenever you're holding these kinds of angles, crouching is bad for you. Good for him.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Because you hitting him through this is a lot harder
Then him do
than
that
him
makes
doing
sense.
it back at you.
Right.
Right. So whenever we're holding these weird ass headshot angles and stuff like this, you just have to
Just stand.
keep stand, and like you can move and like counter strafe behind here, but you have to stand.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a very niche situation that doesn't happen often,
Mhm.
but something to think about.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, man. This one counters.
I hit it for 80.
Okay, I would drop bomb to Sova. Because you need to like dash in there with your knives, right?
Yeah.
And if you dash
I
in
probably-
there with your knives and the whole thing goes sour, you're just hand delivering the bomb.
Right. I don't think I knew I had it because I normally don't carry
I
one.
gotcha. Nice play. But see, like this
yeah,
was
I
a
would've
good play,
not-
but
Yeah,
not with
yeah.
this thing.
Yeah. I don't think I realized it because I would have not done any of this.
Because
if I
now
knew
we're
I had spike.
going monkey mode and we want more.
Yeah.
Good round.
Arches.
Yeah, that dude just pushes out every time. Like, I don't know why he's doing it.
This is. What do you think people do here? Wide swing or shoulder it?
Maybe wide because there's only, or I don't know, honestly. I
Shoulder.
would think shoulder just because there's.
They
you know,
just want to see.
check. Yeah.
They just want to see if there's anything, right? So this is
Right.
a common shoulder peak angle, so it's good to hold tight here.
Right.
So he uses drone already.
It's good. Clear that. Clear that.
Try to
Clear
walk up,
that.
baby.
Good.
Just try to walk up.
We like
Try to walk
this.
up, try to walk up.
Jen.
1 minute.
I got my
Okay, now go back to looking at Jen and shit. Maybe
We can
dice it.
wait.
Yeah, it's a little unlucky
I got
timing,
my
but
arrow.
um,
We can wait.
Oh, no.
so
I got my arrow.
I think the problem here
We can wait.
is that
I got my arrow.
our movement and our mouse
We can wait.
kind of like are doing a couple different things. Like we looked up to heaven,
Oh, no. She's
but
fucking close to me.
our movement wasn't ready for heaven.
Right. Okay.
Like I don't know. It's a bit weird here, but I think the overall problem is the lack of patience,
Gotcha. Okay.
right? Because it's like when we scan the site here, it's like, oh, okay, I don't see them in the first second, can't be there. Oh, I don't see them in the first second, can't be there. Oh, I see nothing here, can't be there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, not hell. Okay, not Jen. Okay, so maybe here.
I got my
Oh,
arrow.
not there either. And now we're just like reset and then re-clear everything again.
Right.
But
okay.
that can lead to missed shots. You have to rely on flicking, when really it's just
yeah,
like
I think I do that a lot. I rely
yeah.
on
So we
clicking in my
just want to
dash,
be a
like,
little bit
lot.
more patient and really hold an angle for a bit. Okay, hold dices for a bit. Okay, where do they usually play? Okay, maybe Jen. Let me just sit on Jen for a while.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
Because we're trying to look at everything too quickly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And we put ourselves in a situation where it's very difficult for us to actually complete the kill.
Right.
And as an opper, all you have is patience. You're not walking in that site with the op.
Yeah.
It's not you. So all you can do is keep posted. But instead of posting on everything poorly, do a couple things well.
Okay.
And then you choose which, based on enemy patterns, where they usually like to play and what they usually like to do, and what's the most common, right? Like Dice's Heaven, Generator, right? Jenny. Those are probably the 3 most common. Maybe Hell too.
Yeah.
So I would give each of those spots a decent chunk of my time,
Okay.
especially if we're just going for picks.
Yeah.
I would smoke that, but it's okay. You're the last one in, so you don't need to. So this is fine. I would be scared of this. Smokes aren't walls. They don't prohibit passage. So
One enemy remaining.
oh, you always have to play as if the enemies are always rats, because they're gonna be.
Yeah.
They'll do whatever it takes, and then it's not. You don't want to put yourself in a position where like, oh my god, this guy's such an idiot, and you get mad at him being such an idiot for doing something so stupid. You need to get mad at yourself for letting him do something so stupid to you.
Thanks, man. Boys, don't be a baby about it.
They are playing hella aggressive.
Yeah.
This round's a wash. You guys have to play for picks here. You have to take the fights.
Running.
Just keep fighting, keep peeking, keep swinging. When you're behind this bad on offense, you can't execute any bomb sites, right? The only way you win is if you yeah, exactly. You don't go anywhere quickly, you just keep taking the fights. Like what is he doing, man? So bad. So bad. He is giving you the win condition. Now it's a 2v2 out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right? Because they peaked. They kept peaking because they were like, oh, we have the numbers advantage. Yeah, this is a free win. And then they do something stupid like this. They're playing into your win condition. And now it's going to be tough. Now they might have to use Killjoy ult to win this round.
Yeah, actually,
what
you know what's
the
funny?
heck?
So here's the thing. Normally, I don't do that. But this guy, I don't know if you heard his calm there. And I was like, fuck it, okay. Normally, I would not have done that.
Okay, let's hear it.
Because it's a 2v2, I would have held angles, yeah. But
Yeah, you play him aggro, we win.
If you play aggro, we win.
yeah, so I was like, fuck it, okay. I was following him. I was going to get on site, close door, play site. But he said that, I was like, fuck it, okay, let's go. But yeah, normally I would not have done that.
So, the idea could have been good.
Yeah.
But where's your gun?
Right. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too.
Right. So I wouldn't necessarily be mad at him. I would be mad at myself for not thinking that timing. That timing was possible, and I should have had my gun ready. Right.
Right. Okay.
Because if you weigh the pros and cons of having your knife out, sure you get there just a tiny bit faster, but the gamble is not worth it if he is there with not having your gun out. Right.
Exactly. Okay.
You should.
So yeah, so they have to Killjoy ult this. That's a good idea. Honestly, I think that's Cypher's best idea is break the wall, win a 1v1, kill the ult. But yeah, we kind of threw that a little bit.
Nice enough to down.
Even though your teammate kind of backseat gamed you, it was not all his fault.
No, yeah.
Great pick. We need to go. We need to go. We need to go. We need to go. Smoke that. Nice. We need to go. Don't be scared. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Nice.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, not bad. I would have smoked it because of your health.
Mm-hmm.
I would have curved the smoke to CT and then try and get out because you're not winning any gunfights.
Gotcha. Okay.
One enemy remaining.
CT.
And you even had another opportunity to do so right here. You could have kept holding your D key, keep running to the right, and smoked it, and play
Gotcha.
safe. But because just because you're low HP. If you're full HP, I take the fight. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
One enemy remaining. Round B.
Big.
But yeah, even here,
Whoa.
we don't have to peek that to smoke that.
I hit Sova. I hit Sova.
We can smoke it.
Should have just curved it.
Curve it. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because
Gotcha.
the difference between you not curving it and not curving it is 100 HP you just lost.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
And sometimes it could be a death.
Sova.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? It's the same thing like if Skye is flashing this corner, let's say if Skye's flash can't flash herself. Do you think Skye stands out here and then does a straight line and flashes? Absolutely
Right.
not. Right, so you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't expose yourself when your gun's not out.
Okay.
Same thing with reloading, right? And it's easy to curve. You might have to practice a couple of the setups, but
Yeah.
it's not too difficult to curve it. And I know
Right.
you can.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah, we just took 2 knives.
Take flight.
I'm in set. One is on site.
Good.
No.
Unlucky.
No, he's in.
I think that's just a bit unlucky. I think this was fine, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I think the idea was fine. And sometimes you can have the right plan, right strategy, right idea, and it not go well.
Yeah.
Last player standing.
On Jen.
Spike down.
Loss. So this is a knives round. This is a buy next and go knives. Actually, yes, it is. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
This is a you buy him, you
And you
get
buy
orb,
knives.
you get orb and knife.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. I think that's the round, and I think you play to win this round, and you utilize everything you got. You don't really have many ults, but you're actually pretty close to some, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can play around this info. Right?
Gotcha.
This we can look to play a pick, maybe get Cypher. It's a little harder on offense, but definitely I think you buy him, you get knives to get the strongest buy possible.
Right.
Because you guys aren't really buying for next. 2 people at 0. These guys can, so it's not all lost if you lose this round, but definitely look for situations where you can get your knives and buy for someone.
We're gonna win this round.
This is a little scary,
Cover going out.
attacking B with a Sova that likes to Odin, but
Deploying drone.
Whoa, what the fuck?
now if you ask anyone,
Traveling. Deploying drone.
this is stupid, right?
Yeah. 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 That threw me off. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
But why'd it work?
Yeah, it worked. I mean, it was unexpected. And they had played together.
They played together. Right? One flash, they're dead. But
Yeah.
But yeah, a little unlucky here. That sucks.
Psychos, man.
It's okay.
They are
okay.
psychos. This round is winnable though.
Need your help.
No, that was a really
It's
bad
okay,
death.
okay.
This was a really bad death. Why is he flashing?
Psychos, man.
Yeah.
Why is he pulling out his flash
okay,
right
okay.
here?
Need your help. Mark it. He's out. Oh,
Everything
no.
is going bad.
Last player standing.
Ah,
Got
this
the
round was
speed.
so winnable. So one thing I typically like to do for this corner is I do a silent jiggle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before you take the footstep, you just do a quick jiggle.
Gotcha.
For a couple things, to make sure you're not walking into an op mainly. Right? You
Mhm.
never know what they have.
Do you think it's good to do it with your gun or knife out?
gun?
Whenever you do it.
Gun.
Gun. Okay.
Absolutely gun.
Okay.
because
Deploying.
and it's not you know what I mean by like the silent jiggle. You're not holding.
Yeah,
shift.
I know what you mean. That way you're not. Yeah.
Yeah, you hold you AD before you take the footsteps.
Like a small. Yeah, I know what you
Exactly.
mean.
All right. So yeah, perfect. So yeah, definitely with your gun out, do a silent jiggle. It wouldn't have saved your life, but it's a good habit to prevent against oppers.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't know if they have an op or not, it's very good to play like this always. I don't think it would have saved your life, but I don't know. Maybe the Reyna flash comes off a little earlier, and they're both screwed, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Our part,
You never know.
double blind, and then when our cipher,
Yeah,
was,
that's kind of
our cipher
So now
was
we
loading
knives.
when our-
Force, everyone forces.
Down mid.
B's not really working out.
He's gonna be
Right.
mid on us.
Mm-hmm.
That how could this have been avoided? By doing exactly what I just told you.
Right.
Doing the silent jiggle.
Mm-hmm.
Or the quick jiggle. Right.
Spike down mid.
So it's a good habit to get into. Pick up the Spectre. Good. Good kill on the Omen. Whoa, what is going on here, man? We left that. Our bomb's going up mid by himself. It's instant shambles, right? This is just
Right.
autopilot kind of tilt.
Yeah.
Kind of we're not really like we don't know what to do. And
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is, you don't need some crazy strat. Like I said, you just have to do something together. 5-man
Mhm.
A, do an A split, 3-2,
Yeah.
like this or something. I don't know, but
Gotcha.
everyone has their own idea, and then
Right.
this was left unwatched. And we know they play B main aggressively. We know
Yeah.
that
They just did it. Yeah.
they just did it. And remember that one time you punished the Silver for pushing?
Right.
Like, they always play aggressive A main, but we kind of forgot about it. We didn't care about the enemy
Player
habits,
stand-
and we're
Mhm.
punished.
ending.
Amen.
But this was exploitable. You could have gotten a double kill if you waited
Yeah.
for them, right?
Right.
So, and notice that it was being unwatched, and they typically play that aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of things that go behind the
Beta May and
scenes.
then
He probably loses this.
What? Watch them run. It's close.
I feel like he was ulting from far away. Yeah.
Isova's clutch master. So, let's talk about this. Why is this a bad smoke?
Because it gives them a lot of room to work.
Exactly.
It's not a deep smoke.
Exactly. Because he can walk out of here.
Yeah.
He can walk
anywhere.
out of here. He can walk out of here.
Right.
Right. So, one thing that I like to tell people when they are in a 1v1 situation, when there's multiple sides that they can come from,
Mm-hmm.
is you push one side.
Gotcha.
Right? Because instead of watching both angles, like lane and stairs at the same time, and like go back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
just push through stairs.
Gotcha.
Right? Because
Okay.
then you're not worried about behind, and you just have to worry about what's in front of you.
Right.
And if they're not stairs, that your percentage of winning goes up because they're going. That means they're going the other way, and maybe you can shoot them in the back.
Gotcha.
Right? So I think it's a very good opportunity, and this happens a lot. Like think of split B site. You know, the huge pillar on site.
Yeah.
Instead of worrying about the left and the right side of the pillar, choose one side and push it.
Yeah.
So you'll never be shot in the back of the head, and you can always look forward. And there's
Right.
a million situations where this is applicable. Just push one side. And I know you didn't just make this mistake, but I like just talking out loud when I say
Yeah.
stuff
No.
like
No.
this.
That makes sense.
All right, so this was a hard loss.
nice try,
This just felt really bad to lose, but this was easily winnable, right?
Right.
A lot of different things we could have done, and honestly, I hope a lot of these ideas were just like eye-opening, right?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. A lot, definitely. Absolutely. I didn't realize how many mistakes there
Yeah.
were. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never
Exactly.
really dissected my own video, but having
Uh-huh.
someone, who's like really good at the game and has experience kind of point out all the flaws, like, because I didn't really see my teammates doing too many. Like, I noticed some obvious things, but
Yeah.
like the Reyna flash having that out, for example, like, I don't know, just little things like that, and then my own flaws as well, or mistakes that I made. So
Exactly.
yeah, no, and honestly, it helps a lot. I really appreciate it.
Well, do you have any? I know that like I said like a lot of stuff. I kept you here for an hour and a half. But do you have
Yeah,
any
no, I
questions?
appreciate it. Not necessarily. I mean, how do you feel about the I guess like the elo system? Because I've pretty consistently been playing well myself.
Yeah.
Like MVPs, like I would have like 8 MVP streak in a row, but I
Absolutely.
feel like I'm not really climbing too much. Do you feel like there's a flaw, or do I just need to, I guess, get better?
So
Put it
here's the
simply.
thing. Here's the thing. And I tell this to everyone, and it becomes a pretty relieving
Mhm.
a weight off your shoulders when you realize this. You don't ever want to play these kinds of games for the rank. You never ever play to win games. You play to get better.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Because you can learn so much in a game and lose it. But
Yeah.
you take that L and you think you're bad and you just get hard on yourself for not being the rank you think you deserve, and you just get
Right.
hard on yourself, you get tilted, and your focus gets off of improving yourself as a player and more so achieving some icon,
Right. Right.
right?
That
Like
makes.
the ranks will always come.
Mhm.
And if you constantly play for wins and you're just chasing that, sure, maybe you can reach a peak eventually. But then you're going to drop down again to where you belong, where your gameplay will bring you.
Right.
You don't want that, okay, I just hit a bunch of 20% in a row. I got lucky and now I'm at Immortal or Diamond 3.
Right.
You want to keep in that 80% range, win, lose, win, win, lose, win, lose, win, win, lose, 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 win, 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 right?
Right.
That consistency, the okay, why did this go wrong? Why did I lose this game? Did I do the right idea? Was this actually the right play? Did I lose this game? I need to stop blaming my teammates and I need to get better as a player. And when you take the ranks out of it and you just try to get better at the game, you focus on more things like your own gameplay, how to do things better. You don't care about the win, the W or the L at the game. You just think about doing the right things and how to handle each situations and improving yourself for the long term. And then when you lose games, you're not so hard on yourself. And when you win games, you don't get that it's like, oh my god, I'm the best in the world. It's like, oh nice, but maybe we could have done this a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
You don't just take the win for what it is. You try to improve from the wins and try to improve from the losses.
Right.
Because
Okay.
if you're truly a good player and you get better as a player, the ranks will come. They will just come.
Gotcha,
And then you'll enjoy the climb a lot better when you stop taking it such short term with the whole win loss of rank, right? Because like this is what climbing looks like, right?
Right.
Something like this, but the overall trend is upwards. So you don't want to be like, oh, I'm here, I'm freaking bad. Oh, I'm here, I'm good now. Oh my god, I'm a god. Oh wait, I'm bad. Right?
Right.
Like that, but when you're here at this low, this was over here, okay, these are a little exaggerated, but this low was at once higher than your peak.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Think about your low right now when you're playing bad and you're losing games. Now think about many months ago when you were playing Valorant. Much better than that, right?
Yeah.
You see, so do not just worry about, okay, how many wins and losses did I get today? Oh my god, I'm negative for today. Or, oh my god, I was plat 3 today and now I ended plat 1. I'm just so trash. Right? Do not worry about those ranks. They will come.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that. It's honestly a really good piece of advice because I don't think about. I never really thought about what can I do to, I guess, better myself. I just think of I need to climb ranks and
Exactly. It's like,
get more kills,
okay,
be better.
get me in the next game. I just need to win it. I just need to win it.
Right.
It's not okay. what can I learn from this game, or how can I
Right.
improve myself in this game? Oh,
Yeah.
Drift was saying that I hold too tight of angles all the time, and when
Right.
on very common walkout angles. Okay, for this game, let me focus on thinking about which angles are walkout angles or which angles are wide swing angles, and try to maybe I can get more kills based on my crosshair placement that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole game, you're focusing on that, and then it's becoming muscle memory, and you're building yourself as a character, right?
Right.
Think of your Valorant climb as like an MMORPG like World of Warcraft or something. You're
Right.
leveling up your character, increasing your stats by working on it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Gotcha.
You yourself will become a better player if you constantly look for things to improve and
Mhm.
give yourself little things that, okay, this game I'll work on not being crazy with my jump out of smoke dashes and stuff like that.
Right.
I'll worry about, a big one was attacking sites together, retaking together. Let me work on that and only, right?
Right.
So give yourself like little homework, little assignments, and little things to work on, and always look for flaws in your own gameplay, because you can't control your teammates. You can only control yourself.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Well, yeah, I mean that's my rants about ranks and stuff like that and mindsets.
Yeah, no, honestly, a lot of it's eye opening, but that especially as well. I don't really analyze myself as, what could I
Exactly.
what could I improve, or what did I do wrong. I've never looked at my clips like that as well either. So all of this has been really helpful.
When you die, when you do a bad play, don't be mad and say I suck or damn, dude, so unlucky.
Mm-hmm.
Think about, what should I have done differently? What abilities did I have open? What ults were available? Could I have played this safer? Could I play this more aggressive?
Mm-hmm.
Always just ask yourself a bunch of questions. And you don't have to be the smartest, most intelligent gamer to figure out these answers.
Yeah.
'Cause if you ask yourself a bunch of questions, weigh the pros and cons to them, and then you can find something that makes sense to you.
Right.
Because you can get down to the good answer or the right answer if you just constantly ask yourself, like, should I buy here? Wait, okay, why is buying good here? Well, buying's good because maybe we can run around and 3 people can actually buy, and if everyone forces, then we would be on the same money next round.
Right.
But why is buying bad here? Oh, because there's like 2 rounds left, and we'll have a shitty buy if we lose it, or you just like weigh the pros and cons, and then you can find answers for yourself. You don't need someone like me to tell you. If you can learn to analyze yourself, and it just starts by asking questions.
Okay.
It's like, was walking this good? Should I have ran? Should I have held the thing? Why should I have hold this? What do I do when I peek this angle in their situation? Do I usually run, or do I shoulder peek it? And just talking to yourself,
Gotcha.
Not getting mad at things that you can't control, and not getting mad at stuff that seems unlucky. And always ask yourself, was it unlucky? Was it truly unlucky? Or could I have done something different?
Right.
And when you find answers and pathways to different outcomes, then it rationalizes why you did bad, and you won't get mad at the situation, and you won't get mad at yourself for being bad.
Yeah. Right, that makes sense.
Because I died here because I did this wrong. Not because you're just an idiot and you're bad at the game. Right? So now you have a reason to why it went bad, and now you have an answer to fix it for next time. So you become hopeful, and you don't become mad, and you don't tilt.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I've learned mental is such a big part of this game.
Huge.
Huge. Yeah.
Ginormous.
Yeah.
All right, man. I won't keep you here for any longer. We're almost at 2 hours.
All right. Yeah. No, I really appreciate it, man. It's helped out quite a bit. I'll keep you updated on how it goes, and
For sure. Let me
whatnot.
know. Send clips,
Absolutely.
and if you have any questions that you forgot to ask during the session, you can always DM me.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I appreciate it, man. It's helped out a ton for sure.
I'm glad, man. Well, hey, you have a good rest of your day.
All right. You too, man. See ya.
Take care.